Today we remember Saint Deodatus I, also known as Adeodatus I, the 68th Pope of the Church, who guided the people of God between the years 615 and 618. The meaning of his name, given by God, perfectly reflects the role he fulfilled during a time of great trials. Amid wars, disease, and poverty, the Lord raised up in Rome a gentle and faithful shepherd, capable of leading the Church with tenderness and strength. Deodatus did not stand out for grand speeches or displays of power, but for his deep compassion toward those who suffered and his steadfast trust in divine providence. While many sought safety and prestige, he chose the path of humility and service, seeing in every person in need the very face of Christ. His life shines as a testimony that true greatness is born from charity lived in silence, and from faith expressed through concrete acts of love. Before ascending to the chair of Peter, Deodatus lived a simple monastic life as a Benedictine monk, immersed in prayer, listening to the word, and performing quiet labor. Among his brethren, he was known for his profound piety, austere life, and generosity toward the poor. When he was elected Bishop of Rome, he brought with him the heart of a shepherd who never abandoned the spirit of a monk. His first concern was for the sick, the orphans, and the destitute, whom he called the true treasures of the Church. He ordered the distribution of alms, food, and clothing, and often visited the most needy in person, bringing not only material aid but also words of comfort and prayer. During his pontificate, the city of Rome faced dark times, marked by epidemics and famine. A terrible plague spread fear among the people, but Adeodatus did not hide behind the walls of the apostolic palace. With courage and faith, he walked among the sick, offering blessings and administering the sacraments, trusting that no illness was greater than the love of Christ. In addition to his pastoral compassion, he was also attentive to the memory of the Church. He was the first pope to officially record the miracles of the holy martyrs, recognizing the enduring presence of God in history through their witness. Through this, he strengthened the devotion of the people and nourished their faith, showing that holiness is not a distant ideal but a living reality that continues to transform the world. Though his pontificate was brief, it left a profound mark, a model of simple pastoral care, living faith, and tangible love, rooted in the conviction that the Church must always reflect the face of God's mercy. Saint Deodatus is remembered as a shepherd who preferred to serve rather than be served, a man who understood that Christian authority only finds meaning when it is exercised in love. His life was a living reflection of the words of Jesus, "The greatest among you shall be your servant." During his pontificate, he sought neither honors nor power, but dedicated himself to living the gospel through concrete acts. He comforted the afflicted with words of tenderness, listened to those who suffered as a father listens to his children, and walked among the poor and the sick, bringing consolation and hope. He was often seen sharing bread with the hungry, visiting hospitals and shelters, or blessing the dying with tears in his eyes. Adeodatus understood that charity is the most eloquent language of faith. While many isolated themselves in fear of the plague and misery that afflicted Rome, he chose to remain among the people, sustaining them with his presence and unshakable faith. His gentleness was not a sign of weakness, but of inner strength, the strength of one who trusts entirely in God. In times of uncertainty and suffering, Saint Adeodatus became a beacon of hope, showing that the Christian path is not one of human greatness, but of humble and faithful surrender. His life testifies that true holiness blossoms when love becomes action, when the heart allows itself to be moved by divine compassion. Saint Deodatus I, also known as Adeodatus I, concluded his earthly mission on November 8, 618. After just over 3 years of a brief yet profoundly impactful pontificate. His death was met with deep sorrow by the people of Rome, who saw in him not only the Pope but a true spiritual father, always present among those who suffered. He was buried in St. Peter's Basilica, a place reserved for the great shepherds of the Church, where his memory is honored to this day. Deodatus left behind a church more compassionate, closer to the poor and the sick, and an enduring example of humility in leadership. Even centuries later, his witness remains powerfully relevant. In a world so often marked by indifference and selfishness, Saint Deodatus reminds us that concrete love is the most authentic form of evangelization. He teaches that true Christian greatness is found in silent service, in wiping away tears, lifting the fallen, and remaining faithful even when no one is watching. His life and death are a continual invitation to trust in God and to give oneself generously. For, as he himself said, "He who serves out of love reigns with Christ for eternity." Lord, you who chose Saint Deodatus to shepherd your people with tenderness and courage, grant us a heart like his, humble in service, generous in love, and steadfast in faith. Teach us to see your face in the poor, the sick, and the forgotten. May we never pass indifferently before suffering, but become instruments of your mercy, bringing comfort where there is loneliness and hope where there is despair. Grant us the grace to serve without seeking reward, to love without counting the cost, and to remain faithful to your will even in difficult times. May we, like Saint Adeodatus, turn suffering into prayer, weariness into offering, and every act of charity into a reflection of your eternal love. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. The life of Saint Deodatus I reminds us that true greatness is not found in crowns or titles, but in serving with love, even when everything seems to fall apart. He lived the gospel through small, daily acts, comforting the sick, caring for the poor, and keeping unshakable faith amid trials. His example echoes through the centuries, reminding us that every act of compassion has eternal value and that love, when lived sincerely, can transform the world. May we too learn to serve with humility, love without limits, and trust God in all things. If this message touched your heart, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs hope and inspiration. Together, let's spread the light of the gospel and follow the path of the saints, with faith, courage, and love.